Luna solo against Magnus in the meantime, so the Magnus is getting free farm while this is happening, and that's why the monkey decided that it is probably going to be a good idea to come back and try and help a little bit. The Magnus will be jumped on. He does not have his level 2 just yet. He doesn't have a skill available. This could be his death if he doesn't get level 2. He needs a little bit more experience, but it's not happening. One more hit and he will be taking down the Ogre Magi. Might be the next one to fall. They do not have, well, they can go for Lucent Beam if they really want to. They will go for Lucent Beam. They will go for the slow as well. The monkey comes in. A couple more hits here and there. The Jakiro comes in from the side, goes for the ice path, and they get the secondary kill as well. The monkey goes in and saves the day, makes sure that, you know, despite just having a Luna solo lane, they can still get kills just by a small jump. Did both couriers just get killed? The Dire courier got killed. Oh, that was the Monkey King who went in and actually found that courier killed. Nice. Ursa now in the mid lane. Okay, this could be a little bit dangerous with a haste room being available. He will go for the stun, but looks like the Ursa will get a kill here. He does have that Urshark available. We'll go for the Urshark on the Ember Spirit instead and just continue hitting him. So maybe he's going to go a little bit too deep, but he wants kills and he wants them now. The Ursa will get that one kill. He might, yeah, he's going to be fine. So I guess the Monkey King accepted his fate that if he didn't die, then the Ember Spirit would die, and he rather wants to see that the Ember Spirit lives. Other than what we were talking about with the farming and with the last hits, though, let's see, let's set up. He does have an Invis rune on him, so he should be able to get a pretty easy grab, but he doesn't want the Jakiro, he wants the Luna. You go for the value target, and that is what he will do. A couple more hits, and indeed he will get that kill, so the Luna will be taken down. Very, very nice kill there. As, you know, he could have just settled with a Jakiro fun, just even solo laning against this PA, as he can, you know, he can shoot back some of those spells with his bike carapace, but that's only once in a while. Whereas the PA, he will just continue shooting daggers indefinitely, like for forever, for eternity. So not too much fun for the next assassin. Rage comes out from the Ursa down here in the bottom, and it looks like he's maybe going to be a little bit in trouble. One more Lucent Beam will do the trick, or just a couple more hits, and indeed he will be killed with that Lucent Beam. The Magnus ended up having to skew himself away, as that was a little bit too much action from the side of PewPew. Looks like the Ogre Magi may be a little bit in trouble. He will be stunned up on the Ogre. He will be slowed, and there's no Shrine Heal to save him, so that is a dead boy indeed. Next assassin, in the meantime, top lane actually being solo killed by the taken down to that urn. We do see the skill come out. That is a very nice skill. Fatal Bond's doing a lot of work as well. The monkey going in, trying to make sure that this Ursa does not go in and try and do anything against these heroes, and indeed he will just keep himself away. Okay, the Warlock comes in, takes a couple of shots to the face as well, and now they walk until they go in. They go for a nice pass, and that is going to be a quick pick off, losing a couple of 100 gold on that Magnus. Gets a little empowered to the face so he can clear this ancient camp a little bit faster. He is level 11 right now, so level wise he's having fun. He will have his second point in his ultimate very soon, and that Desolator is going to upgrade his damage in a very, very dirty way. The next assassin found the Magnus with Morbid Mask as well, but now they go and they contest it. Maybe they should have waited so they could actually potentially steal Roshan, but I guess they can just go for it instantly. The Ursa is going to pop his ultimate. He will be fine, but only for a second longer, as he will be killed by the full force of PewPew. No one is near him to save him on his own team, as they'll be dying a little bit slow, but he will die nonetheless.
Excellent.
For the top lane, RQ. Ursa's looking towards that blink. Will take him some time to finish. The PA does have his Desolator completed, and we still need to see this guy go in for some fights. He goes on to the Luna, jumps past him. Eclipse comes out, and okay, the Magnus follows up with an RP, but it's too late, as the PA is already dead from the Eclipse, and the Magnus will drop as well. They go for a Golem. That is maybe going to turn around the situation, as indeed they do a lot of damage. The Jakiro and the Luna will be taken down. The next assassin will burn as well. The Monkey King is going to be the only one still fighting, but there's too many heroes in front of him, and he will be the next casualty. One more hit from the Ursa will secure the deal, as the Ursa will indeed get all of them. So Fatal Bonds is definitely a scary thing. Fatal Bonds, 1500 damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, the PA will push the mid tower in the meantime. Jakiro goes in for a nice path. We have the Ogre Magi in position. The Ursa goes in for a jump as well, and the Ember Spirit will be taken down instantly. As well, that's the blink reveal from the Ursa coming out. They see the Monkey King as well with that Observer Ward scouting him out, so they just cut down a tree and bring him to his knees. So another one dropping down, and that's what you need to do. Having those cliff walls is always very, very nice against Monkey King, so you at least get to see him on top of the trees once in a while, just so you can go for those cut plays. And okay, the Ursa in the top lane will be taken out. Tries to go onto the Luna, but the Luna just turns around with an Eclipse. He knew that the Ursa's Enrage was still on cooldown. And well, mid lane, the disaster, the fighting, the slaughter keeps happening as RQ. They bring down the Jakiro as well, so it's going to be a 3-for-1 situation right now. And here comes PewPew for round 2. They're back alive. RP comes out, 2-man RP, nice RP from Magnus. But the PA is stunned. He's not able to go in for this. A little bit of lag coming out, but the Ember Spirit goes in with the triple remnant, gets the double kill as they just all burn down on the side of RQ. They just disappeared in seconds. They just like went dead. Alright, well, next assassin damage. The Luna does have a Manta style complete now, moving towards the Dragonland, so you can get some more stats as well as just some more survivability up and running, and makes sense. The Monkey now in the top end, jumping in, jumps the PA. The PA gets hit by the next assassin as well. They go for this stun. The Golem has already come out though, so it's maybe too late to go for this fight. The PA will be healed up. In the meantime, they go for the next assassin. Look at that crit. That's just ooh, pain and suffering. And the next assassin will be jumped. Q comes out. The next assassin will be killed. Takes maybe a little while, but yeah, he's going to be dropping down. That TP out on the Monkey in the meantime. They baited out the Golem at the very least, but that was still not really the best situation. The Jakiro dies in the bottom lane as he TP down here trying to get some farm, and the Ursa instantly goes in and shows him who the master of the game is. The Ursa will have his Vladimir completed in a moment as well, so he decides to just upgrade that Morbid Mask into something useful. And as for the Ember Spirit, he finds a little jump on the Warlock. No Golem available this time around, so that is just going to be a dead person. The Monkey King, oh, top lane. Kind of an interesting item, I guess. It does kind of buy him a few seconds when he pops it, when the P is hitting him, but it feels like it's not necessarily an item that can give him kills. So let's see, Jakiro gets jumped here by the P. The PA will be able to get one kill, maybe a second one as well. Next assassin drops down, and the Monkey King ultimate causing some lag issues again, as I guess, you know, Valve still has issues fixing that. But 3 people stand on the side of PewPew. They might lose the Ember Spirit as well. He goes back, gets a nice remnant bomb off, doing a lot of damage as well. He actually gets a double kill before dying. The Magnus and the Warlock drops down both, but he still ends up losing those lives. So despite RQ losing a few heroes, they still get the kills that they wanted and they needed. And well, fighting even when the Ember Spirit respawns is not going to be a possibility, because the Ursa is going to be impaled up, gets control as well. Looks like the Ursa is maybe going to be a little bit in trouble. Pops this BKB. He knows he needs to go in for this fight. He knows he needs to just take this fight and just hope for the best. The reinforcements arrive. Here comes the Warlock. Here comes the PA. They go for the Golem as well. The Ursa is going to be fine for now. Will finally drop down. The Monkey King gets targeted. It gets killed as well. The Luna is dead. They lose the next assassin on top of everything. Or will they? He might get himself away. He does have his Ghost on cooldown for the next 5 seconds. The PA gets a jump. Gets a hit with that. Oh, they get the dack off. They try and go for a jump on. Not actually going to be happening though. The Ember Spirit pops his BKB. Goes for the RP. Contests the next assassin. The next assassin might be taken down here. But first, the Monkey King will be killed by the PA. They continue going. The Ember Spirit is going to turn around. Eclipse comes out. The PA might be a little bit in trouble. BKB gets popped by the Ursa, trying to tank a little bit of that Eclipse first, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit troublesome. The Ember Spirit is going to be targeted. One more hit off. No, he's not able to get the hit. He needs to get the hit a little bit closer. Fire Blast comes out. One more hit, and yeah, the Ember Spirit finally drops down. 3 for 2 so far. PewPew. Ursa goes back in. This is maybe not the best time to go back in, as he gets taken down. No enrage was available there. That was way too greedy, and the Ogre Magi is going to be an easy follow-up kill. The next assassin does take a lot of damage, but it's only so much you can do. Ultra kill, and that is an Ogre Magi losing a gem as well. So he does go for the remnant away after Syrian chaining them. He does not want to be there anymore on bottom lane. The Ogre Magi a little bit surrounded. The Ursa gets spotted out, gets hit by a Vendetta. Not hit by the Impale though. The Ursa in the meantime will be a little bit in trouble. Gets controlled. Enrage is available. BKB gets popped. Enrage comes out. He goes in. He fights whatever he can find. The Jakiro will be taken down. The Ogre Magi dies inside of RQ. They lose the Magnus as well. Luna goes in, fights. Eclipse comes out. Will kill the Ursa, but the PA gets a kill on the Luna himself. And here comes the next assassin trying to help his team. They need to get a kill on that PA. They need to control him. Golem comes out. The PA continues to fight. Gets one. Does he get the second one? Glimmer Cape comes out to keep him alive. He does go for a little magic one. He goes for the Ember Spirit. He needs that kill. Gets a triple kill. He will get that one. Next assassin goes in. Goes for a jump on the PA, but the PA is still alive, still surviving. He needs to go for a dagger. Does he get that hit off? And let's see. They're waiting. He's waiting. Oh, he's waiting patiently. He knows that Spike Carapace could actually be his death, but he needs to go in. And let's see, he goes for a jump, he goes for the Abyssal Blade, and he will be able to get the ultimate kill. So waiting for that Abyssal Stun to be available, making sure that the next assassin doesn't get any every single time before he gets to use this Enrage. The Ogre Magi does have that pipe completed now, I believe, and it's flying out. Indeed, he did buy a gem earlier, so that's why the pipe is a little bit delayed. Forced off on the Warlock, and let's see, okay, they get a jump on the Monkey King with the PA, they take him down as well. That is another one being killed. Poor Monkey King, trying his very best to survive, but he ends up dropping down like a fly. And they might find more here. The Jakiro goes for an eel scepter defensively. And here he gets jumped. Abyssal Blade comes out. A couple of hits and that is going to be a dead Jakiro. Why do you take my kill, Magnus? But yeah, well, you know, that's it. Another one dropping down inside of the Ethereal Blade is nice. You know, more magical damage to one target. As well as being able to use it defensively on someone like the Luna so you can keep him safe. Which is actually fairly important. You need to have a defensive hero with Luna. That's usually what you want. Alright, Ember Spirit in the backlines. That does the PA will survive in the backlines, and now they just need to reset. Nyx Assassin gets hit by an Impale, gets stunned up. Spike Carapace comes out the PA, gets forced off the way, still alive for the moment, can go for a jump away. The Ursa will be the target he jumps to. They have an enrage available in 5 seconds, but looks like they don't want to go for a fight anyways. The PA will just get himself away. Losing Beam comes out. The Nyx Assassin goes in, gets an Impale off. The PA does he drop down finally. He does have a Shrine Heal available. He just needs to make it out to the high ground. Use the Shrine, go in, Shrine Heal. Oh, surviving, and still surviving. Okay, this PA is actually just like surviving for so goddamn long, but I guess they don't have an MKB, so that's why this is happening. The Yoga Magic gets taken down as well. Looks like this guy is going to be a little bit in trouble on the Monkey King, as the Golem is very, very angry and yeah, angry and scary. Either way, 60 seconds before the Monkey King will respawn, but they kill the PA. The PA does not have a buyback available. Looks like the Ursa is going to be on a solo mission trying to fight them. 5 seconds to go for this enrage. The Ember Spirit is trying to go in. He goes to the Searing Chains. He will take him down. The Magnus is going to be the next one to get control. Pops his BKB. Tries to go for a Shrine Heal. Will be alive, but only for a second long. He dies as well. RQ. They have lost everyone as just one fight goes wrong and then PA is dead. No. You can see the Warlock being controlled here by the Ember Spirit. The Ember Spirit level 23. They are still looking for that Warlock, but they just go for the racks now. They're just going for the push. They know that they can take at least 2 sides with this Luna at the moment if this keeps on going. So how much can delay them on the side of RQ? The Ember Spirit is bringing down the Warlock very, very low, and let's see, the Ogre Magi goes into the midst of these things. Ice Path comes out. Ogre Magi will be taken down as he doesn't get to do anything. He just dies instantly. 65 seconds on the sidelines, and it looks like PewPew, they'll play it safe. They'll back themselves up. They can take the Shrine on the way out, and well, it did happen as well. A lot of useful items. The Nyx Assassin does have that E-Blade up and running. The PA, okay, they go for smoke, but that gets stopped by the Nyx Assassin. He has to go in for initiation here. The Warlock is going to be hit by an Ice Path. They go in, they get controlled. RP comes out. The Nyx Assassin will drop first. The Monkey King will drop second. That is 2 people dying, but here comes the reinforcements. Here comes the Ember Spirit. The Luna goes in with the Eclipse as well. Magnus dies. The Ursa dies as well. The PA doesn't have his BKB anymore. The Ember Spirit just needs to get a little bit closer. Doesn't need to get his chains off. Doesn't get the chains off. Continues to chase. He needs to just keep on going. As this PA, there's no way he should survive this. Searing Chains comes out. Ice Path comes out as well. The Yoga Magic gets hit in the backlines. And well, that is a dead PA. No buybacks on anyone inside of RQ. That is going to be the game, as they might have gotten a couple of kills with the initial RP, but just not enough to take that fight. They didn't even finish in Roshan. They just, you know, if you just wait for the BKBs to end, then you can take the fights, you can win the fights. And the Ember Spirit did a lot of work. The same thing for the Nyx Assassin. They controlled the PA and the Ursa for such a good amount of time in all of those fights. Like the Luna, sure, ultra late game with Butterfly and whatnot, he becomes very scary, but it just didn't seem like it was going to get to that point. But a couple of team fights going very well. The Ember Spirit pretty much getting a triple kill every single time with his Remnant Bombs. And yeah, they stayed in the game. We'll see.